No vote for you, no vote for you, no vote for you, no vote for you, no vote, no vote, no vote, no vote, no vote for anybody. Hello, and welcome to the Conservative Poet with me, Amania. So happy that you're here today, and Merry Christmas to you all. And so, in today's video, I want to talk about Chicago. Surprise, right? Chicago has been big in the news. We cover them here a lot. We had some coverage of Brandon Johnson. I mean, Chicago it's the city that keeps on giving, right? Chicago and this mayor, this woke mayor, is the mayor that keeps on giving. It's like that Hunter laptop. It just keeps on giving, right? So Chicago again is giving to the people. Actually, they're not, but we're going to talk about that. So in today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the Chicagoans who wants to make their voices heard by saying, we no longer are on board with this whole sanctuary city business. We don't want that anymore because it's costing way too much, and we the black people are suffering because of it. So we want to reevaluate being a sanctuary city. And so of the leadership of Chicago came together to decide, if they're going to put on the ballot, you know, should we continue to be a sanctuary city? And so, what I want to talk about today is we're going to take some footage on the Chicago residents who came to voice their opinions to tell them why they don't want a sanctuary city, why we should be reverting from this. And we're also going to look at one of the aldermen who gave eloquent speeches, or an eloquent speech to the people in charge to say, hey, we need to look at this. We need to give the Chicagoans a voice in all of this so we can decide if we want to continue to pour money into an endless pit, right? That never ever ends, because until we fix the problem at the border, now these are my thoughts, until we fix the problem at the border, that there is no way that this endless pit, people are going to keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, and keep coming. And so the Chicagoans are waking up and they're seeing this. So we're going to react to some of the um, people that were able to speak to raise their voices. And then we're going to look at a video where, yeah, they raised their voices, but the woke mayor, Brandon Johnson, said, yeah, we're not going to do that. So let's get into it right now.
Hi, my name is Beverly, but I not speak very good English, and I want to speak my language, but I don't understand why they put the tent and the city, too much people, and they fuck up all the city. I don't.
Did she just say they F up all the city? There's too many people, there's too many tents and too many people. They F up the city, they up the city.
But let me speak my language, okay? Okay.
Okay, so we're not going to understand what she's saying in her language. So we're going to fast forward from that. And I believe she has an interpreter after she's done, who's going to.
She's been in this country for 30 years, and she's worked very hard for the things that she has in her home. And she sees that our country right now is falling apart, that there are people that need help in this country already. And what we're doing right now is not actually helping other people. We have to be able to help our own before we can help other people, because there is, and she said that there doesn't seem to be any hope right now in our city.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker is Jacqueline Zuniga.
Let's go, Jackie. Jackie is one of the. What's up with Jackie? Looks like a dude, but we're gonna move
Generations to
on.
come. We have not only invested financially into our communities, we have invested our lives. When people look at me, they say derogatory things in regard to me being brown, living in this city anyway. I've heard just about everything. I do not let that affect me or hinder me in any sort of way. And I think in regard to that, we need to put ethnic backgrounds aside. We are here as Americans. Citizens or not, we need to help the people that are already here. The undocumented for years already implanted into our society. We do not want a sanctuary city. We do not want a sanctuary state.
Thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker today is Zoe Lee.
Yo, Zoe Lee, paper pussy piece. This looks like a straight up woman under there. I guess she's about her paper. She's about maybe not her own pussy, but other women's pussies, and she's about peace. Paper pussy and peace. Hello, Zoe Z.
Man, I'm gonna try not to curse, but y'all, man, like, I've been researching Zodiac 29, and this is exactly what's going on. Only thing this time is the Hispanics versus the blacks, and we don't have that strong black leadership that we had with Harold Washington back then. So y'all are letting the Hispanics do whatever they want to do, keep saying we got to have dignity, but the blacks aren't doing enough in y'all leadership skills. So what's the point of being an alderperson if y'all aren't going to be for the community? That makes no sense. Yes, it's starting to become a race war, but at the end of the day, I know who's going to win because we built this. Okay?
You sure about that? You know who's gonna win? Cause you built this?
This is unconstitutional. This is inhumane. And to come here and to continue to see more Hispanics and Latinos get jobs than blacks here is a disrespect. It's a punch in the face. You want us to continue to understand and see the problem, but y'all don't see the problem in the black culture. Black people are the influence. We wouldn't, y'all know, nobody would be here if it wasn't for us.
Really? Nobody would be here unless the blacks were there. I don't know about that, friend.
Okay, this is it's a whole new generation. This social media, this now, like, you're not gonna allow this to happen. And we're not gonna allow this to happen because we're gonna force you to do the right thing. And if not, y'all getting out of here. I was in Georgia when they flipped that state blue for the first time. I will knock on every senior's door and make them hold their vote. This place will flip red. It'll be a historical moment. Because y'all not paying attention to them anyway. They're getting displaced. Y'all don't care, but y'all trying to find housing for Venezuelans, for the Latinos, for all that. Y'all keep sending them over here when they need to go back. Y'all, one time have y'all sent ICE there? ICE need to come. There's prostitution that's behind all of these police districts. I live in Streeterville. It's prostitution right up the street. I mean, it's a disrespect. And y'all continue to allow this to happen. Like Mayor Johnson is the most hated, and he's going to continue to be hated. The only people that like him is teachers and some of y'all. Okay? I'm trying to tell you, my tax money is not going to continue to allow this. Y'all need to find our money. You need to put more things in our neighborhoods. Y'all aren't doing nothing. Small businesses, the only thing you're giving it to is Latinos. Nah, it's more than that. This is the most segregated city. And the United States is looking at us.
Ms. Lee, thank you very much for your comments. However, your time has expired.
Zoe Lee has got her ear to the pavement because she said a lot there, and I played her whole thing for a reason. She made a lot of different points. One of the points that she's making is that These people are out here, they are prostituting. This people are selling bodies, they're selling sex, they're selling pussy. They're selling pussy out there. Yeah. How is that making things better for your community? How is that making things better? I'm sure she would probably buy some, I'm sure, but hey, how's that making things better? It's not, right? It's not. So Zoe Lee says she will knock on every door, senior citizens or every Chicagoan, I would say. She said, we will turn it red. Now, we have heard a lot of sound bites from a lot of, Black Democrats, especially in Chicago. They've held many press conferences. They're asking for Trump to come down. They're asking for Trump to come to town to do a rally, for Trump to show up and talk to them. So she is saying she is willing to go through every door and campaign and turn Chicago red. Do you really think that they are waking up? Do you really think that they could really rally up together, gather up their people, and really educate them on what is happening, because they see what's happening. They see it for themselves. I mean, even this Asian woman see it for herself. Everybody is seeing it for themselves, and they recognize that these illegals is here to really replace us. And so I find it interesting that she is willing to go and canvass and work campaign to take out these Democrats. Very interesting stuff. Let's hear what the alderman has to say.
Chair recognizes Alderman Beal.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, we have 3 items on the agenda. However, my desire is only to ask for 1 item to be voted on in the affirmative. Unlike other people in this body, I don't wish to silence the people from having a voice as far as the Bring Home Chicago ordinance. I want the voters to hear that ordinance and have a chance to vote on it. However, I do believe that we need to have the people also to vote on whether or not they want to remain a sanctuary city. The reason I have brought this with some of my colleagues to the floor is not to eliminate Chicago as a sanctuary city. But what it is to find some kind of compromise and threshold to stop the bleeding that we're undertaking right now. When you look at what the city is dealing with, we're spending, when we had 12,000 migrants, we were spending $31 million a month at that time. We have 20,000 migrants today. So what is the price tag on that now? And we can't get solid answers to what it's costing us right now. Now, we're being asked to vote for a budget that we can't.
So that alderman was really advocating for the people, wouldn't you say? I'd say he was. He laid out a beautiful, beautiful sermon. I don't know if he was a preacher, but he sure did lay out a beautiful sermon. And I will link the video in the box if you want to watch it for yourself. It's about 55 minutes long. It's pretty much, it's a chaotic shit show. It's a chaotic shit show. But, it was definitely interesting to watch it. So if you want, being that I interrupted so much because I was just having way too much fun there with him. So there you have it. So this is him pleading so that the people of Chicago can vote on whether they want to remain a sanctuary, welcoming haven for illegals. And so now what we're going to do, we're going to fast forward. This was about a month ago this happened. And so now the voting has happened or didn't happen. And now we're going to look at a news clip in reference to how the city council folks voted in reference to democracy and letting the voice of the Chicagoans be heard. You think they let them heard? You think they let them be heard? I don't know. Let's find out. This video is brought to you by the Orlando Patriot. Take a few minutes to hear us out. We've got some great deals for you. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas and Happy New Election Year. We are proud to offer some great selections for the holiday season. Here is our All I Want for Christmas is a New President and a New First Lady design. The design comes in multiple colors and styles, t-shirts and sweatshirts. They make a great gift for any patriot or any liberal in your life. Have a little fun this Christmas and trigger a leftist. Get 30% off your purchase. We also have digital gift cards available as well. Thank you so much for your support. We need to continue to support our country, and we do that with your support. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas and God bless you.
After weeks of heated debate, the Chicago City Council has rejected a bid to ask voters to weigh in on the city's sanctuary status.
Tia Ewing has the story.
It's like the end to the saga. Many Chicago residents feel like they should have a say on if the city should continue to be designated a sanctuary city or not. The question appearing on the ballot fell flat, and it's likely to stay that way.
They don't want to face any of that frustration and fear and ignorance that they may be hearing from their constituents. So they say, let's put a question on the ballot. Let's point that energy somewhere else, because I want to make sure I remain in my seat.
That's Alderman of the 40th Ward, Andre Vasquez Jr., before this heated special city council meeting.
Repealing the ordinance will do nothing to stop the buses from coming or end the need that the migrants present.
City council members weighed in.
This motion fails.
In a 31-16 vote, majority of city council opted not to allow voters to say yes or no on if Chicago should continue its designation as a sanctuary city. 2 more votes in favor were needed to suspend the rules and move forward to this question drafted. Should the city of Chicago limit its designation as a sanctuary city by placing spending limits on its public funding? The issue is now dead and likely won't appear on the ballot in March. It's now in the hands of the Rules Committee. They meet again in the new year. One of the resolution sponsors, Alderman Anthony Beal, sounded off before the motion was adjourned.
What are you scared of to let the people have a voice? What are you scared of? The truth? Are we scared of the truth here? Are we afraid that the people are going to tell us that we are spending money frivolously in this body?
The deadline for the question to make the ballot is January 2nd. The only way that could happen is if another special meeting is called.
Heard that? Seen that? Good. So it's the end to the saga, the reporter says. And what does that mean exactly? So these people, these citizens, these Americans, they who elected these aldermen, these city council people to be their voice, has decided, well, we heard your voice, we hear what you're saying, we see you, we hear you, but guess what? We're not going to do that. We're going to do what we want, right? And we want us to remain a sanctuary city, which is fine. That alderman said we were okay with being a sanctuary city. We just don't want to continue to feed it this way, right? We don't want to keep pouring money into it, right? We're all about not calling ISIS for these people. We're all on board with that. We're okay with that. But what we don't want is to continue to feed it, to continue to feed this monster that just won't stop eating, which is again illegals coming in. And in this news clipping, they voted against it. And I'd like for us to take a quick look to see that layup of the city council and what it is that they have voted for and what they didn't vote for. How many yays and how many nays? We need to highlight these people. Let's see 'em. We're all on board with that. We're okay with that. But what we don't want is to continue to feed it, to continue to feed this monster that just won't stop eating, which is again illegals coming in. And in this news clipping, they voted against it. And I'd like for us to take a quick look to see um, that layup of the city council and what it is that they have voted for and what they didn't vote for. How many yays and how many nays? You know, we need to highlight these people. Let's see them. So let's look at the people that's in charge, the council. I don't have all of them here because I had to cut and paste to make this thing work, right? So at the top, what we're looking at is the meeting where our eloquent gentleman spoke things so very nicely, the preacher. And so these were the people that were absent. And at the bottom is how everybody voted. Look at that. 31 were nay, 16 yays. 31 of these elected officials said, yeah, we like things the way they are. We don't mind the bleeding. We don't mind spending money. We don't mind the illegals coming. We don't mind, forking this bill that Biden is not helping us with. We don't mind. We're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to leave us this way. And you, the people, just your vote don't matter. Our vote matters because, hey, look at this. We, the people, they are voting, right? But the Chicagoans, their vote don't matter. And this is democracy at its finest, right? Certain people can vote certain things and certain people can't. The city council can do their voting and their dog and pony show all day in their chamber. They can do all that. It's a shit show, dog and pony shit show. They can do that. But when it comes to exercising the democracy now, the democracy of the people's voice, nah, it's a no-go. You don't get a chance to vote. You don't get to express your thoughts and the things that you want with the money that you're spending, your taxpayer money. You don't get a voice. You don't get a vote. You don't get a nothing, right? But they do. You elected them to be your voice, but they do, but they don't listen to you. And that's what we're looking at right here, friends. So these people, all these people that voted nay against you having a voice in the system, in the democracy, the next election cycle, I expect all these people to be voted out. Those people that were in there, advocating and talking about how they're going to do things different, these people need to be the ones running, and I'm sure they're Democrat, but they need to be the one running so that they can start replacing these people, right? Because these are the people that has taken away your voice. Well, some would say, this is what you voted for. This is what you voted for. This is what you voted for. Some would say, I wouldn't say that, but some would say that. This is what you voted for. Well, it's really pretty sad that the people in Chicago, they just don't have a voice. It's very, very sad. But you know what? We're seeing these so-called democracy people, these democracy advocates, we're seeing them take away people's rights and voices all over. This might be a video for another day, but I'm going to just lightly talk about this right now, being that it's happening and I have not made a video about it. So we've got people on the Democrat side who are running for president, but the Democrats says, yeah, we may not be having a debate. We've got Miriam Williamson, RFK Jr., and who else? Cornel West. All these people are, and then there's a fourth guy, I can't remember him. All these four people are running against Joe Biden, but there's no primary. So again, the people don't get to pick who it is that they want for their party, right? So again, democracy, but yeah, we're going to take your voting power away. We're going to take your right away. We're not going to let you choose. We're going to make the choices for you because you're too dumb and stupid to make those things yourself. And then those people who are running, well, yeah, don't is their democracy not being taken away? Is their right as a person running for office not being taken away when they can't even talk to the people and say, hey people, vote for me, here's the things that I'm willing to bring to the table for you? So no, democracy, right? The Democrats and their democracy have taken away the rights of those candidates who's trying to run against Biden. They won't even be on the ballot, I guess, some of them, right? And then look at what's happening to President Trump. And so again, American running for this, they've taken him off the ballot in what is it? Oh God, Boston. I can't think of the place. But anyway, they've taken him off, right? Again, democracy at its best, where you can actually not put forth somebody who's actually running. You say, no, we're going to take your right away. We're not going to put you on the ballot, right? Your voices, the people's voices. You don't have a choice. We're not putting Trump on the ballot, and you're not going to have a choice to vote for him. We're taking that right away. Again, democracy at its best and finest, right? I think there's another example, but I can't think of it right now. So I am going to actually wrap up this video right now. Thank you all for watching, sharing, subscribing. Really enjoy making the content, and I hope you do too. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Let me know. Let's have a conversation there. And look out for some shorts, because I'm going to send those your way too. And because I really, really, really want this message to get out to as many as possible. So thank you all so much. Channel is growing. We're almost at 2,000, and it's, yay! I was hoping for 10,000 by Christmas, but hey, I'll take 2,000. I'll take 2,000. Thank you. Thank you so much. So guys, it's been such a pleasure. Merry Christmas to you all. And democracy, right? Democracy. Democracy, friends. Democracy. I'll see y'all in another video. God bless you and God keep you. Democracy. No vote for you. 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 No vote for no vote. No vote. No vote for anybody.